Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel, Made with Love. My name is Heather and today is Tuesday, January 7th of 2025. Gotta make sure I say the right year. Happy New Year's to everybody out there. So I did a video the other day on my other channel of things I got for Christmas, but since then I've got a few more things. So I like kitchen gadgets. Just never had time before Christmas to go find them, but my husband got me a couple of these milk frothers. Up if I had the English side facing you guys. So this one is by Padrino. It's the variable temperature milk frother. So it's got the different heat settings, and so it does a hot, warm, and cold frothing. And it also just heats the milk. And then I have this one here as well. My husband got me two. Why not? My husband has this thing where he likes duplicates in case something breaks or, so he wants me to test them both out. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to test both of these out. So this one here is the CWC or Cook with Color. This one here was from Marshall's and it was $34.99 plus tax, so just under $38. Got the receipt right here, so it was under 38. It was $36.74, and it was just, I thought that was an 8. Okay, so $36.47 with tax. And this one here, we've got this one from Canadian Tire, and it was $84.99, and then with tax it was $89.25. So my husband just wants me to test them both out and see if they work or don't work, if I like them, don't like them, kind of what the capacity is. And so I'm going to compare the two. So I'm going to take them out of their boxes here to take a look. Got the instructions, all this wiring. I'm just going to take them both out and compare them to each other and just see, kind of like which one I would prefer. Like, I don't always like having duplicates of things, but this is a pretty good size. So it's got the frother built into the lid. It's got in here the markings of of course it's got little bits of packaging material in there, but inside here it tells you which is your max and what's your minimum amount. And that would depend on if you just want to warm the milk versus frothing the milk. So that's this one. I'm going to take this one out of the box. And I'm going to have them both do a hot froth. I just want to test them out, just to kind of see which one, heats better, which one I prefer. Obviously, the one with the larger capacity is probably the one I'd probably prefer. Already, I have to say, size comparable. Like you can see, this black one looks bigger than this one, but I don't know what the capacity is until I actually read. It just has the lines. It doesn't say the amounts. Same with this. Oops. This one's a little bit different. This frother is actually in the bottom. Okay, so it's a little bit different construction, but let's see. I'm going to put these on their bases so I know which is which. Let's see. The amounts of milk that these can handle would be, so for this one here, the Padrino, it says the maximum capacity for heating the milk is 300 mils or 10 fluid ounces. The maximum capacity for frothing the milk is 150 mils or 5 fluid ounces. And then the minimum capacity for frothing or heating your milk is 75 mils or 2.5 fluid ounces. And what does this one say for? Does this have any? It only does 2 or 4 ounces. So already I know this one can handle more, because this one actually just makes some steamed milk or warm milk, however you want to say it. Okay, so I'm just going to go and wash these out and plug them in and get the milk out of my fridge, and then I'll be right back. Right, so I've got them rinsed out and plugged in. So now I'm going to add my milk. And I'm just using regular whole milk for this. This here, because I want to warm and froth, I'm going to do that setting. Pour this in to that line. Just going to bring us here so I can see where the line is, especially on this one that's black. Okay. But as soon as the milk pours in, I can really, see where the lines are. So I'm just going to do them both the hot froth. This one I have to read what I want. So this one I get 2 different foam densities, so I can have frothing and heating density textured foam, or frothy and heating fluffy foam. I can do heat only, or I can do a frothing cold milk. Now I like the more dense texture one, so I want to press this icon. I can figure out what the different icons are, because I honestly cannot see the difference. Oh, it's confusing. The icons look so similar. I'm trying to figure out what the difference is. Oh, okay, I see it now. The height of the foam. Okay, so I want to make sure I hit the one that has the foam is the highest. Which again, I guess that's that one. Okay, and it's doing its thing. And then for this one, again, because I want the hot, so I'll turn it down to here, and I press the button, and it's doing its thing now too. And this one says it should take 80 to 140 seconds. And I dropped the booklet for this one. This one, to do that, let's see, it says it's going to take doesn't even say how long it takes. Doesn't tell me how long it takes, but I think it's probably going to be about the same amount of time, probably just under 2 minutes. Just got a couple mugs here so I can see what it looks like when I pour it out. And this one says it's finished. Look at that foam. I'm just going to pour it into this mug. That is perfectly foamed. And I'll do this one. I'll try to get it in the view of the camera this time. I will say the outside of this is pretty hot. Let's pour it this way. I'm going to say, actually, I kind of like this one. So the way that came out, I just kind of, I don't know, a little disappointed with how it's kind of runny. But this one is like so thick. Just grab a spoon. I'm just going to do a quick, I'm just going to stir and do a quick little taste test. It is very hot. And stir this. Oh, I see. I love this. I don't know. My husband's going to ask me which one I like. And I'm like, I think I like them both. I like the capacity of the black one. But I love when you can get this type of a texture where it's very thick. I just wondered if I play around with these, if I'm going to get a nicer texture. But see, like this one here is pretty runny. I'm just going to pour this one. I'm just going to pour this into here just so I can see if the capacity is the same. Yeah, it's the same capacity. I'm going to do the same. I'm going to get this to whip this up. This one definitely does heat it up more, this black one. But I'm just going to be curious about some of the other settings. Because it has the different heat temperature. So I'm wondering if by having it at the highest heat, it's not going to be like a really thick foam. If it's just more runny. Because it's heating it up higher. But no. That did froth it up more, so I do think this one actually does a better job at frothing. But I'm going to keep playing around with these the next couple of days as I try out the different settings. I don't need a lot of milk for when I make my little cappuccinos and things. I do know you're supposed to use cold. You're not supposed to put hot back into these. I know that. But I was just curious. But so I've got these. So I'm going to go make my coffee right now and clean these out. And then when I go to make a different type of coffee, I do have iced coffee in the fridge. Maybe I'll make an iced one later. So for now, I'm just going to get my regular coffee and add some of my frothy warm milk to it, and then later when I do a cold drink I will try the cold settings. Alright, welcome back. So I'm going to test these out to make cold foam. Oops. So where's my camera? There we go. Okay. Yesterday I did the hot froth. So today I want to try the just cold. Now I'm not going to fill this up to a max. If I want to heat it up, you know, it's got the different measurements. There's the 2 lines. I don't need that amount of milk. So I'm just going to use it to about half. So I just want it to be cold and frothy. Same with this one. I'm just going to do the there. So just put these on. Oops. Oops. I forgot to plug these in. I unplugged my coffee maker so I could plug these in, and then I forgot to plug them in. Okay. Oops, that's the coffee maker. Okay, there. Oops. These are both now plugged in. Putting the lids on. This time I want cold froth. I cannot read. I cannot make out those symbols on there. They are just so small. I don't have my glasses. I'll be right back. Alright, so the hot has the little squiggly lines, the cold has the snowflake, and I'm going to say without my glasses, they look the exact same. So just press this until the one I want is lit up. And this one here, I want cold. I'm just going to make sure I got the right one. So down here is cold. So turn it to here. And let them do what they're going to do. And I decided to do the cold because I've got this ice espresso, the Starbucks caramel macchiato, which is good, but even better if you get a little bit of foam on top. I'm just going to pour a little bit of the coffee in each. So this one's flashing, so it's almost finished. This one is, I can hear it slowing down, so it's almost finished. So we'll do this one first. So this is the cold foam, just because it's a cold drink. I like how that looks. Okay, and then this one, it's almost finished. It's doing its flashing. Just does that mean it's finished when it's flashing? Just got these, so I'm just gonna double check. Okay, well, maybe it stopped. Maybe that means it has stopped when it's flashing. Okay. Oh, this has got a lot of foam in here. I like how this one froths up. This one had like the more the creamy. I do like them both. So my husband asked me, and I said they kind of do similar things, but they do them a little bit differently, and so I kind of like that. So yeah, so I've done the hot froth and the cold froth on both of these. And so I will say I kind of like just how fast they are. How, you know, I mean, in the time that it makes the froth, I can definitely have my coffee made. You know, so just some more gadgets I have sitting on my counter. But no, I'm going to really enjoy these little milk frothers. Now, one of the things, I don't think I said it. Like I said, like yesterday I was starting these out. Now, one of them says for tips for heating or frothing the milk. For best results, use cold, fresh milk. Different types of milk, i.e. 2% table cream, soy, almond milk, etc., will produce different amounts of froth. Ensure the frothing attachment on the lid is clean before each use. And do not remove the lid during the heating and frothing cycle. If you wish to lift the lid to check on the progress, please turn off before removing the lid. So it has that little stop and start button. So I'm going to say I definitely like these. I mean, one being like $90, one being $35. It's kind of like, what can you afford? I say the one from Marshall's works just as good as this one. Now I have seen, we were looking at these, and I think it was Nespresso has one, and theirs is well over $100. It does the same thing. So again, it's just what brand do you want? I mean, I'd be happy with just the CWC one, but you know, I do like the fact that this other one has a larger capacity. It's got does a few more things. Like I said, this one is just very simple. They're both very easy to use, but this one just has the 4 options, whereas this one, it does have, let's see if I can find the picture of it. It does have the basic options, but it has the dial. I can show right here. So then you've got all the different heating. So it's like, how hot do you want it? How cold do you want it to be? So that's why I said this one here, so I think the black one frothed it up more because I had it down to a warmer temperature, and the other one did the cold. And so of course it's going to get more froth when it's warmed up more. But I'm going to say I like them both. So far they both, you know, really good. Again, I'm just using regular whole milk, or the 3.25%. So, you know, and then for my basis to drink the coffee with, I'm just using this store-bought Starbucks, you know, the iced coffee. Yesterday I was using the other Starbucks iced coffee. It was the little glass jars, the little glass bottles. But, you know, so it's just, so I'm curious what it'd be like to put in goat's milk in here, because that's what I actually do drink more of. But my husband wanted me to test this out, and so we bought this one just because it's, I will say this just for comparison, this jug of milk from Superstore, and it's a cheaper brand, Beatrice. So this is a 4-liter jug. It's $6.11 plus deposits. And then my goat's milk is 2 liters, I believe it is. Sometimes you can only find it 1 liter, but I know it's like 2 liters, and it's like $10. It's $8.90 something. Sometimes I've paid like $10 for 1 liter of goat's milk. So like I said, that's just for me, so I can eat stuff that doesn't make me sick. But, you know, I will say I do find that I can't drink this straight cold like this. Like I couldn't add this to my coffee. But when I go to Starbucks, I just have them make my drinks with whatever milk they're going to use, and I don't have a problem with it. And I think it is because it is heated. And so now I'm hoping that because I've got these, that now I can do some heated milk in my coffee and actually get the benefits of being, you know, like an actual dairy product. Maybe I can introduce milk into my diet again. That's what I'm trying to do. But again, like I said, these are both really good. I've seen nothing wrong with them. I mean, there's the size capacity is, you know, the difference between the two. The one is just basic. You've got 4 options. You can't customize it. The other one has the same options, but you can customize the heat. So it's going to be fun to play around with these for the next, couple of weeks, figuring out, excuse me, to figure out which settings on these I prefer. So I'm going to try. I didn't even taste this yet. So I will say definitely when you make it with the cold frothing, adding it to your cold drink, your drink stays cold. It did warm it up just a little bit. Now my coffee, this tastes more like room temperature. So I'll definitely have to add again, like I added just like maybe about just below half a cup and then top it up with the froth. And then this one too, I'm just going to move the spoon there. This one here, more froth. It did warm up the iced coffee. I don't drink iced coffee a lot. I don't like ice cubes in my coffee. I find it does water down the taste. But I will definitely, be using these more and testing them out. And I will figure out what is the, like I said, depending on what type of coffee I make, hot chocolate. Some of my chai and matcha teas, I like to have some of the foam in them too. So that's going to be fun just playing around with these two for a little while and figure out which ones, which settings work best for me. But in the meantime, this is, it was a very unexpected Christmas gift for my husband. So again, I just want to say thank you so much to everybody who's watching my videos and subscribing to my channels. And I will see you in the next ones. Bye.